Hi, this is Debbie Donovan from Londonderry, New Hampshire with Being Happy Stamping with Debbie. I hope you're going to have a good day. I have a fan on, so I hope that's not interrupting too much. I know it's blowing my hair, so I have the little fan look like a model. If you've been following me the last few weeks, you know that I've been working on Hi Sarah. Hi Caleb, good to see you. I hope you're having a good time with Grammy. If you've been following me for the last couple weeks, I've been working on a scrapbook and I covered it, and I wanted to show you the finished product after I Mod Podged. I have to pull it back here. I glued the purple ribbon on, and then I put one of the cards on, which is Mod Podged in, but I did put the glitz of the rhinestones, the new in color rhinestones, because they're beautiful. So I wanted to share that with you. And today, as you can see, I'm dressed in my leopard print. We're going to be working on the Wildcat stamp set. And actually the whole suite, it comes, and an interesting fact is the University of New Hampshire is called the Wildcats. That's their team. So that's kind of interesting for me. My daughters went to UNH, so the dies are the big cats. That's why I kept calling the stamp set the Big Cats. It comes with an animal print embossing folder, which is the leopard print, and I did use that. And the paper is absolutely beautiful. There's so many beautiful prints in it. I don't know if you can see. I don't want to bring them all out. They're in the catalog. But you can see all my little scraps. There's leopard prints and tiger prints and the leaves, the jungle leaves, the different colors. I love this green. I did use this. As you can see, the scraps of the colors that I did use in my cards. I have several cards that I'm going to show you. So once I turn you down, I'm not going to be able to see who's on here. So I'll have to, you'll have to give me a shout out to tell me you're here. So I'm going to put this over here. Don't put that. I will be on one of my cards, the main card that I'm going to be doing today. I'm using a retired stamp set, but I just love this tree from Rooted in Nature. And so for those of you that have the stamp set, I figured it's a good tree to use. I haven't found another tree yet that I like as much as that one for an African scene. You'll see when I make the card. And the card would work without the tree if you don't have the stamp set. So let me turn you down and we'll get started, because I have some hints and tricks and different things to show you. So I need my scissors. Hopefully it doesn't make you dizzy. I have my fan on, so I hope it's not interfering with the sound. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the stamp comes with the stripes of the tiger. I don't know if you can see it. It's a clear stamp. So I'm going to stamp 2 tigers and finish up 2 cards. I need my dimensionals. The cats that it comes with, I already stamped their faces, and I used a white gel pen to color in the white parts of the tigers. I am making them tigers because the stamp is a little hard to figure out for both of the cats. So now you'll see it a little bit better that it has black on it. So you want to put it the long way, and once you have your black on it, you'll notice it shows like an arm, and that's the first tiger. And then you use it the same way, just turning it sideways a little bit. There's the stripes of that tiger. And you'll notice it doesn't fill up the tiger, and that's okay. I did not bring a cloth to clean my stamps, which is unusual for me. And I don't see one here on the table, so I'll put that aside. Now what I did for my tigers, I already have 2 cards already for them, and you can see I used 3 of the different designer series papers. I used 3 dimensionals. I want to see if I'm in focus here. I'm putting them on the card, putting them on the cat, I mean. Right in the little square. Now if you want, you can take a fine tip Sharpie and you can add some stripes to his tail. My hands are again not cooperating and they get shaky. I cut them out in crushed curry. You can also stamp them in crushed curry, which will give you the definition of the legs, but you can just go ahead and draw the legs in. I gave them a little bit of toes because we know they have claws. This back one doesn't need it. So it says, "Have a wild birthday." And I'll show them again at the end. And then this tiger, you can add more stripes. Find that if you start on the start your pen and then just lift it off, it gives you the stripes. And then I want to separate his tail and give him some stripes on the tail. I'll give him a few stripes on his legs. I've been doing a lot of gardening, so my tremors on my hands are really bad right now. Little belly, a bit like that. So you can easily fill in claws. So I think that looks pretty good. Caleb, does that look like a tiger to you? I think it looks like a tiger. I think it's a cute tiger. Caleb's my buddy. I'll be seeing him in a couple weeks. Sarah's grandson, but he's my little buddy. Another card that I use several different, so you can see the little tigers on that and the leaves. I use several different prints on because it's just, the prints are so beautiful, it's hard to choose just one. And there's another card finished with the tiger. So that's the trick with using the stripes. Now, the next trick is, some of you probably already know this, but for those of you that are new and don't know this, this is my card top, and you can see it has all these pieces that go off the page, which is fine with me because I like doing that. So what I do after I'm done doing it, they're all glued together, is I just take my scissors and I turn it over on the back and I just snip them off. I'm getting part of the card because of my hands, but I hope I'm in focus here. I can't see your comments to tell me if you can see what I'm talking about, so. I did cut part of my card there. I'm rushing a little bit because I know the other card's going to take a long time. I just wanted to share these tips with you as I was making my cards. I thought about them, that they would be good hints to share for those that don't know how to do this, or that you can do it. It's okay to let your pieces go off the page, and you can just trim them. A little bit. So there's that. I love how I use the white and the yellow tiger. I use white tiger a lot for some reason. It just appealed to me. White tigers are rare. Just gonna do my fast little gluing. Again, it doesn't need a lot. It looks like a lot, but I'm not putting a lot. And I use the I think it's called Evening Evergreen. It's one of our new colors. I know the evergreen is right. colors on the card. Just finishes it really pretty. And all these are I stamped, and then I just layered the jungle leaves. And I stamped these leaves in the background. This is soft sea foam. And then I just used the vines and some little plants they have on the dies. So now comes the big work. Get my supplies out here. Oh, Mia. I have a cat on the table. Get down. That's why I have her chair covered up. Okay. You don't need two of the tigers, just one. I'm fairly new at using daubers. I've used them in the past, but for me they're new. This is a basic white card piece cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to use the grid paper here and go up at 1.5 inches. So that's 6 blocks. Horizon. I should be really good with my shakes. So I'm starting with crumb cake, and I just dabbed it off a little bit, and I'm just going lightly across. Sure, Sarah thinks I'm going heavy, but I'm not pushing down heavy. And now I'm going to go up and make some little mountain peaks. In the distance. So if you're just joining me, we're working with the Wildcats in the Big Cat Suite. Please leave a message that you're here so I know, because I cannot see. So there's your horizon. And I'm going to turn the card, hopefully staying. A quick check, yep, and you're just gonna lightly sponge. Daubers have a sponge tip, and I like it because they fit on your finger. Mine are kind of old, so pieces do come off. That's what you're seeing. I'm not pressing hard. Just I bought them so long ago with intentions to use them that now I'm using them. So there's my African. Now I want to make a sunset. We're all done with the crumb cake. I'm going to start with Highland Heather. And I'm going to take, put this circle there. Highland Heather does have some pieces that need to rub off. So you start on the edge and you just rub little circles in. I'm not worried about my circle right here because I'm not near it at the moment. Hopefully I'm still, I need to figure out so that I can see, figure out another, how I can hook it up to my computer so I can see at the same time. Who's joining me. So I kind of keep the Highland Heather just at the top. The top corners. Now I'm going to use Blushing Bride. I even have fingernails that, thanks to my friends Beth and Heather. Oh yeah, I have Color Street nails. So I put on my tigers last night, or my daughter actually did it for me. And I'm just lightly streaking some pinks in there. Every card will be different. When you're doing sponging, no card comes out the same. Next, I'm using Balmy Blue. I hope you can hear me. I should be talking a little bit louder with the fan going. It's just so hot today. Forgot to have my daughter. Last night I was going to ask her to put the air conditioner in. But forgot to get her to do that. So, streaking the blue in with the colors. Just mixing them together. because I forgot to dot off first. Now I'm using Calypso Coral, which is going to give us the illusion of the heat. And that's what we need the circle mask for. And I'm going to just go right around the circle, keeping it just generating it from the sun. Didn't want to do that. So, like I said, I should be talking louder, so I'm using Calypso Coral and I'm making a circle around what's going to be the sun. Kind of generating it a little bit like the heat, because the African heat is very hot. Here's my sunset. And I could have brought it. I wanted to bring that down into the just a little bit. So it's shining down onto the, reflecting down on. And I will be using this again, so I'm going to just put that aside. And now I'm going to take my circle and line that up. And I'm going to use, I'm taking my circle and I line that up. I know I talk too soft sometimes, and with the fan, it's a little hard to hear. So I'm sorry about that. So I did the masking, and now I'm doing the circle cutout. I lined it up with where I think the circle is, and I'm gonna go on the bottom like to give the sun reflecting down on from the mountains and onto the landscape. And this is crushed curry, and it's okay that it's dark on the edges, because I want it to have different hues in it. We actually watched the Lion King live action this weekend so that I could get some ideas of the landscaping. Now I'm just going to blend with my dauber, into the so there's no white edge, because it's very hard to line up the mask and the circle, so you don't want that hard light, so you just want to take your yellow and go around, and then you can bring your yellow out. It's okay if it goes beyond the circle. hopefully you can all still see what I'm doing. Next, I'm going to take the Calypso Coral again, and I'm going to use the side of the dauber back up to my landscape here, and I'm going to draw in some clouds, just using the side. Doing them in the Calypso Coral because of the heat. Okay, so that's our background. Taking Early Espresso, and I'm using the retired stamp, the tree from Rooted in Nature. I'm just going to put one here. And one here. Wash those off after the live. I can close up my daubers. Hey, see, I have my daubers all in a case. And I need my glue because we're going to end my dimensional. White tiger on this one because I knew when I seen the stamp set that I wanted to use a white tiger with a sun against the sun, so that's how I was able to build this. And I know that I'm going to be using this on him. So I'm going to put a little glue. You can see I drew in his legs and I added his tail. But his legs aren't even going to show because I'm putting the plant right against him. Down enough so that I can put a dimensional on the plant as well, because they're essentially one piece of the they're one piece going on the card. Sorry, I turned to throw the pieces away. I have a card that I'm copying and I'm looking at it saying, do I have enough of these? Looks like I'm going to go a little bit backwards from what I did. There's one here. Only putting glue on the tops of these because I'm going to cut the bottoms off like I did in the beginning. It's like she's hiding behind the jungle leaves. And this one of the pieces didn't come out. off. Okay, sorry for the little blink there. Got a little nervous. But the fan creating. I always get nervous about the breakers having too much energy going. Nothing else is going except for the fan, so it shouldn't take up too much energy. I'm putting it on the card on an early espresso background. I think that'll show it off nicely. Brush all my little pieces off. And there it is. So I'm going to turn you back up so I can see who's visiting, and I'll show you all the rest of my samples. No, it's fine. The fan isn't interfering. Oh, that's good. Yes, the set is great. You can borrow it, Sarah, until you buy it. Okay, so this is the card I just made. And I think the one I did Sunday came out a little bit better. I like my clouds a little bit better on it. This is another card I showed you where I cut off the backgrounds. My tiger card. I did make a leopard card, so they'll be coming. Here's the other tiger card I made this morning, or finished this morning. I think I only made, well, I have 2 leopards. Here's a bridge card with the leopard. I love if you can see the background, I use the embossing folder on it, and then I love how it has the I love this print with the leopards in it, and this leopard lying down fit perfectly, and this side is really beautiful. And the bridge card is an open card, and you can write on the back your message, and it does fold flat to be shipped. And on the right here you can see I put our new little square, I just turned them on an angle to make them diamond shaped, little square embellishments with last year's in colors. And here I use the leopard and the tiger. Just, you are fierce. I love that saying on there. And I use stripes, just pieces of paper in the background. This is actually the pieces in the background part. I got the idea from the catalog, but the rest of it is my own design. And then one more, which is a white tiger. Again, using just a solid circle in the tiger print, and then the jungle print here And then this again has 3 of the embellishments, the square embellishments. They're really nice. And this is a square card. I didn't put the white piece inside yet, but you can also use this part right here to tie a ribbon or string around, which is what I will be doing for our bingo game. We have our bingo coming up. It's going to be on Zoom, and it's on June 12th from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. And Sarah's going to be running it this time, and we're going to be doing 3 cards and 4 bingo games. And there's some great prizes from the new catalog that both stampers and scrapbookers would like. And what else do we have? You'll be getting a package. You have to sign up by June 6th is the deadline. It's $25, but you'll get a package of paper and cardstock and some ribbon, and the 3 different cards with instructions. But we will be doing the cards live with you, and that way if you have any questions you can ask. And the cards are really nice that we Sarah, myself, and Megan have all designed one, and the links are right here. Just go on the bingo and just click the picture of bingo, and it'll bring you right to Eventbrite, where you can buy your ticket. And that's the last day that you can, because we have to get the packages out to you. You'll get a little bit more, I think, in your package than that. You'll get a surprise. Your bingo cards will be in there. So it's going to be a great day, and so we hope you join us for that. And I'm glad you joined me today, and I hope you're staying cool. I'm going to take my fan with me wherever I go today. I got my gardening done yesterday, so I watered it this morning, so I'm all set for outside, except for getting the mail. So I'll be inside the rest of the day with my kitties, my little cats, who my little Milo thinks he's a big cat. So I do have big cats, but they're not as big as the ones I made today. So thank you for joining me, and stay cool. Thank you. Bye.